Hello and welcome to the first official month of the Play and Learn membership. I am so excited. The Play and Learn membership is a digital membership where there are activities, not worksheets, activities that you have access to print on your own and set them up very easily for your young child to engage with. So this video is going to be a walkthrough of everything that's available in the October bundle for the subscription. And then in November, there will be a whole new set of activities that's available. And it is extremely low cost because I am an educator. I've been in education for 20 years. I am so passionate about sharing and supporting parents and teachers of young children. And I have had a variety of different ways that I have provided trainings and activities and all these different things, and it was a lot to keep up with. Personally, I still work full-time, I have kids, I teach at the college level now, and so I wanted to find a way that I could just put everything together in one place that was very accessible for parents and teachers to be able to go in, print out what they want to do, and set up the activity and go and make it really simple. So this is going to be kind of rapid fire, but this is everything that's included in the October portion of the monthly subscription. Okay, so the first thing is our tens counting frames. So when you have young children, a lot of times a young child, you could say like, oh, how high can you count? They know how to root count, right? So they can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you say, oh, can you count these? They might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're not understanding the concept of one-to-one correspondence. And that's something that we actually have to teach them. And so what that means is we're teaching them that 5 objects represent this number 5. And so what we do is we help them to identify by using hands-on manipulatives. So for this one, it's set up for candy corn. Now these are 10 frames, so you get 1 through 10, all of those. And then I also gave you blank ones as well so that you can model how to do it, you can do it with them, and then you can give them ones to work on independently. In education, we call that release of responsibilities, gradual release of responsibility. That's when I will sit down and I will do it, I will model, then we will do it together, and then they will do it independently. So it's I do, we do, and then you do. So we're teaching them the activity and then giving them a chance to practice and then doing it on their own. So with these, you can actually use candy corn. Now, if you're like, we can't have candy at my school, or you're saying, I don't have those at home, don't worry. Use a pom-pom ball, use anything that you already have, but the goal is that you're able to put the object on top of there. And then again, I gave you blank ones as well. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is the same concept, everything I just talked about, but these are with pumpkin seeds. So right now in the months of October and November, a lot of you are focusing on the theme of pumpkins. Some of you are dissecting pumpkins, taking out the guts, looking at the seeds, talking about the life cycle of a pumpkin, right? And now you can incorporate it into a math skill as well. So you get your pumpkin seeds, and the same concept is you can go over this, you can put them on top of the pumpkin seeds, or you can have them do it independently on their own. So with the the Play and Learn membership, you just print what you want to print, which is great, right? So if you know that you aren't going to use the candy corn, but you're going to use these, then print these. Or if you know I only want the blank ones, just print those. Okay, sticking with the math concepts, this is again a counting activity. So you can use pom-pom balls, you can use manipulatives, you can use your pumpkin seeds again. I also created it in 2 different sizes for you. So you can kind of choose which one you want to print out depending on the size of the items that you're using to put them in, right? So it's 1 through 20 in the small, and then 1 through 20 in the large as well. So again, I would take these, if I was in a classroom setting, I would cut these out and I would have all of them 1 through 20 at the table. A kiddo can pull one and then they can count how many objects go into the jar. I would obviously be able to observe and see if they're understanding how they're counting those items. If you're at home with your own kiddos or you have an at-home childcare, same thing, right? You can do this independently with one child or in a group setting at table time or different things like that, okay? So that's also included. Sticking with the pre-math skills, patterning is a pre-math skill that children really dive into in preschool and pre-K. So you have a template that is just a practice, like this is just a template. You can use it or you don't have to. But this, you take these and you're gonna cut out all the squares and you can put out all of them for the kiddos, and then they can use this to make the pattern across, or they can just make the pattern in front of them. When you are teaching kids patterns, if they are learning patterns for the very first time, we don't want to overwhelm them with all these options, right? So I would say you can print a couple of these pages and like only cut out the tractors and the acorns and put all the tractors and acorns, and then you're going to teach them how to make what we call in education an A-B pattern, right? So that would be tractor, acorn, tractor, acorn, tractor, what comes next? Acorn, right? So we would model what that looks like. Then once they're really understanding what we call an A-B pattern, then you can do more complex patterns. So like A-A-B-B, tractor, tractor, acorn, acorn, tractor, tractor, acorn, acorn. Then you can go beyond and you could do A-B-B-A, tractor, acorn, acorn, tractor, acorn, acorn. So patterns are something that we teach, but we start with very basic patterns, right? Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, tractor, acorn, tractor, acorn. So this is what they can use to practice those patterns, or like I said, just right in front of them. Okay, this only gives me a certain amount of time, so I'm trying to hurry here. These are cutting scissor practice. So when we have young children, their fine motor skills are still being developed. Those little muscles in their fingers are still forming. And so when we do activities like Play-Doh or string and beads or chunky puzzles, we're strengthening those fine motor muscles so that we can then hold scissors and hold a pencil eventually to write names and cut, right? So this would be, if you're just introducing cutting, I would first just give them a piece of paper and just let them practice cutting. But once you get the hang of it a little bit, you're gonna wanna start with straight lines. So they're gonna cut up to the pumpkin, cut up to the squirrel, up to the acorn, up to the leaf. And then we have a few different ones for different practice. So some curved lines and straight lines, all curved lines, and then we get a little bit harder with some zigzag lines. Okay, so that's also available. Okay, now let's get into some literacy, letter recognition, letter sound knowledge. So this set comes in the Play and Learn membership. You get a full set of lowercase and a full set of uppercase. So lots of ways you can use this. I'm just gonna give a couple quick examples. You can put the uppercase in a sensory bin and they can pull out the letter and they can match it to the lowercase. You can do the opposite where you keep the uppercase in the full page and you cut up the lowercase and then they're matching the lowercase to the uppercase. You can also do it where they're pulling out a letter and maybe they're telling their table mate, their friend, or you know, what letter is this? Letter A, what does that make? What sound does it make? Ah. We're practicing letter recognition and we're practicing letter sound knowledge. You can also cut all of these up, all of the lowercase, all of the uppercase, and you can have them find their name and write their name out. So lots of things to do with that. I have 1 minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's more. There's more printables and activities, but I also wanted to tell you about the bonus. So there's a bonus that you get each month, and this month's bonus is a sensory bin guide that I wrote, as well as a full training with pre-recorded videos. It's not just, oh, here's how you put stuff in a bin and let kids play. It's way more in-depth. It talks about ages and stages and what's developmentally appropriate and how to set expectations. So I go into tons of in-depth things, and that is a free bonus in the October's membership. So like I said, this is the first month of the membership. I'm so excited to have you. I can't wait for all of you to join, and I will see you in the membership.